Good morning, students. So in earlier class, we covered some of the problems belongs to the power factor correction. So in continuation to the earlier class, the next problem we are going to do here. So let us start the problem number 4, which is a synchronous motor improves the power factor of a load 200 kilowatt from 0.7 lakh to 0.9 lakh, and at the same time carries an additional load of 100 kilowatts. Find the first one. Find the leading kVAR supplied by the motor. The second one, kVA rating of the motor. And the third one, the power factor at which the motor operates. So this is the problem, very clear. So in this problem, the original load carried by the system, that is the 200 kilowatts with a power factor of 0.7. So to enhance this power factor from 0.7 to 0.9, a synchronous motor is connected into the system so that it draws an additional load of 100 kilowatts. So you asked to calculate, find the leading kVAR supplied by the motor. Here synchronous motor is a synchronous condenser. When the synchronous motor operated under no load condition or overexcited, it behaves like a condenser. So he asked to calculate kVAR supplied by the motor, kVA rating of the motor, and power factor at which the motor operates. All these details belongs to the synchronous motor, which is acting as a condenser. The existing load is 200 kilowatt, it is 0.7 lagging power factor. So due to the connection of the synchronous motor at the load end, it draws an additional load of 100 kilowatts and improves the power factor from 0.7 to 0.9. Yes. So let us analyze. So this phasor diagram is also helpful to understand the earlier problem also. Let us concentrate on this one. So see here. So the initial load on the system is 200 kilowatts. The initial load on the system is 200 kilowatts. And the power factor is 0.7. So cos inverse of 0.7 becomes 36.8. So therefore, due to the power factor available and the real power is known, you can easily draw the reactive power, and once reactive power is known, you can easily calculate the apparent power with an angle of 36.8. Minus indicates that lagging. That's all. Yes. So triangle OAB. So this is the initial existing system with a 200 kilowatts of real power and a power factor of 0.7, that is 36.8 degrees. So to enhance this power factor from 0.7 to 0.9, a synchronous condenser is connected. So a synchronous condenser is connected, it draws an additional load of 100 kilowatts. It draws an additional load of 100 kilowatts. From B onwards, 100 kilowatts is to be taken into consideration. So 100 kilowatts it consumed additionally, so that it injects the reactive power into the circuit. So how much it injects, we don't know. That's the rating based on the rating of the motor. So that is leading in nature. That is leading in nature. That should be represented by this one. Yes. So BC is the additional power drawn by the synchronous motor, and C and E is the kVAR supplied by the motor. So real power is there, reactive power is there. So it is the apparent power is to be calculated. So that is the kVA of the motor. So PQS. So triangle BEC. BEC. Yes. So triangle BEC belongs to the motor power triangle. Yes. So what are the unknowns in the problem? Find the leading kVAR supplied by the motor, that is the CE or EC, and kVA rating of the motor, that is the BE, and power factor at which the motor operates, this angle, that is the real power by apparent power of the motor. So therefore, all the three unknowns belongs to the synchronous motor. So it supplies a reactive power, which is the CE, which is leading in nature, resulting what is the net reactive power. So already VA is the reactive power within the existing circuit. So due to condenser connected, it injects a reactive power of CE into the circuit, so that the net reactive power is AB minus CE. AB minus CE. So that is the new reactive power DC. The new reactive power DC. So you have to project it here. So this seems to be an ADF belongs to the VEC. So this amount of the power is to be, this CE amount of the reactive power is to be neutralized. Lagging is high magnitude, leading is nominal magnitude. So therefore, the resultant reactive power is to be reduced. How much reduced in the sense? It is whatever may be the capacitor which is supplied, that should be suppressed. Yes. So very clear here. So resulting, the new reactive power is to be compensated. So the new power factor angle is 0.9, which is equal to 25.8. Here minus represents the lagging. So I think you are clear with that circuit diagram, which is useful for understanding the entire problem. So let us start what is the actual load. P1 is equal to 200 kilowatts. And similarly, additional load is how much? Additional load P2 is equal to 100 kilowatts. And power factor of the load or existing load is 0.7 lakh. And power factor of the combined load, that is the 200 plus 100 kilowatts, is 0.9. And combined load is P1 plus P2, which is equal to 300 kilowatts. So therefore, triangle OAB is the power triangle without any additional load. And triangle ODC is the power triangle for combined load. Triangle OAB is the power triangle without additional load. Triangle ODC is the power triangle for combined load. And triangle BEC is the motor load. Triangle BEC is the motor. Why the synchronous motor is connected to the existing load? In the sense to enhance the power factor from 0.7 to 0.9. Yes. So now what are the unknowns here? First unknown is the CE, that is the kVAR of the motor. Second unknown is kVA rating of the motor, which is the BE. And the third unknown is the power factor of the motor. So using this phasor diagram, we can calculate the rest of the things. So the first one, leading kVAR taken by the motor, which is the CE. So CE can be also written as, see here, CE can be also written as, it is the CF minus DC. CF minus DC. This is also written as AB minus DC. So AB is equal to how much? AB is the P tan pi. P is, that is the existing load. 200 into tan pi is the cos inverse of 0.7 for angle purpose. Otherwise, you can directly write 36 point around something. Minus combined load 300 into tan cos inverse of 0.9. So this has an LU of 200 into 1.02 minus 300 into 0.4843. So which is equal to 50.71 kVAR. This is the value of leading kVA taken by the or supplied by the motor. Next, kVA rating of the motor, which is B. Is so this can be calculated because real power is known, reactive power is known. Apparent power S is equal to square root of real power square plus apparent square root of BC square plus EC square. 100 square plus 50.71 whole square, which is equal to 115.96 kVA. And the third one is the power factor of the motor at which it operates. So cos phi m motor power factor is equal to BC is the real power, BE is the apparent power. So which is equal to 100 by 115.96, which is equal to 0.86 to lead. So in this problem, the three unknowns are leading kVA taken supplied by the motor, kVA rating of the motor, power factor of the motor circuit. So these all three are to be calculated. So shall we move for the next problem? Let's go. So this is the next problem. A 3-phase 500 HP 11 kV star connected induction motor has a full load efficiency of 85% at a 0.75 power factor and is connected to a feeder. So this is the star connected induction motor with all details, power efficiency, voltage level, 3-phase, everything is given with a power factor of 0.75 and it is connected to the feeder. If the power factor of load is desired to be corrected to 0.9 lag, so 0.75 is to be corrected to 0.9 lag, determine the first one, size of the capacitor bank in kVAr. What is the size of the capacitor bank in kVAr? Second one, capacitance of each unit if the capacitors are connected in delta as well as star. This is the given problem. Yes. So here, a induction motor whose all the details are given, which is operating with 0.75 power factor. And this power factor has to be corrected to 0.75 to 0.9 lag. So you asked to calculate the size of the capacitor bank in kVAr, capacitance of each unit if the capacitors are connected in delta as well as star. So let us proceed for the solution. So as per the given data, induction motor output is 500 HP and efficiency is 85%. So therefore, what is the input? Output by efficiency, which is equal to 588.235 HP in terms of horsepower. So which is also equal to, for HP, horsepower is to be converted into kilowatt, just simply multiplied with 746, which is equal to 438.82 kilowatts. 438.82 kilowatts. This is the input power. And initial power factor cos pi 1 is equal to 0.75, tan pi 1 is equal to 0.58. And corrected power factor cos pi 2 is equal to 0.9 and tan pi 2 is equal to 0.48. Therefore, leading kVAr taken by the capacitor bank QC is equal to P tan pi 1 minus tan pi 2, which is equal to QC is equal to, what is the P? 438.82 into 0.58 minus 0.48, which is equal to 175.53 kVAr. So line current drawn. So the bit number 1 is over. Is bit number 1 the size of the capacitor bank in kVAr, which is equal to 175.53 kVAr. So he asked to calculate capacitance of each unit if capacitors are connected in delta as well as star. For this purpose, the current is mandatory for us. So in this regards, line current, LINE, line current drawn, IL is equal to QC by √3 into V line to line. which is equal to 175.53 kVAR divided by root 3 into 11 kV, which is equal to 9.213 amperes is the magnitude of current. Yes. So this current is varying for star connection as well as delta connection. So let us take the first one is a delta connection. So in delta connection, the voltages are same, but the currents are root 3 times of that. So charging current per phase, IC is equal to IL by root 3. That is 9.213 divided by root 3, which is equal to 5.319. So reactance of capacitor bank per phase is the voltage by current. So 11 kV, it is 11 into 10 power 3 divided by 5.319, which is equal to 2.068 kilowatts is the kilo ohms is the reactance of the capacitor bank. Yes. So this can be also represented as XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Otherwise, C is equal to 1 by 2 pi FXC. So substitute the values. Capacitance of capacitor bank C is equal to 1 by 2 pi into F is 50 and XC is equal to reactance of the circuit, that is the 2.068 into 10 cube, which is equal to 1.54 microfarads is the capacitance of capacitor bank when those are connected in delta. Yes. So the same can be applicable in case 2, that is the star connection. In star connection, the line current and phase current both are same. So IL is equal to IC, which is equal to 9.213. And calculate the reactance of the capacitor bank per phase, that is the VLN by IC. So which is equal to 11 kV by root 3 into 9. So which is 0.689 kilo ohms. This resistance is less compared to that of the delta connection. So XC is capacitance of capacitor bank C is equal to 1 by 2 pi F XC. So which is equal to 4.619 microfarad. So the capacitance of capacitor bank when delta connection is 1.54 microfarad, whereas in star connection 4.619 microfarad. Yes. So this is the problem. So here he asked to calculate what is the kVA rating of the capacitor, and if the capacitors are connected either in delta connection or star connection, what is the capacitance of each capacitor bank. So both bits are to be solved here. So shall we move for the next problem? That's the problem number 6. Let's see here. A consumer is charged at the rate of 75 rupees per annum per kVA of maximum demand plus a plot rate per kilowatt hour. The phase advances unit can be purchased at a rate of 70 rupees per kVA. The rate of interest and depreciation on the capital is 12.5. Find the most economical power factor to which it can be improved. This is the given problem. A consumer is charged at the rate of rupees 75 per annum per kVA of maximum demand plus a flat rate per kilowatt hour. The advances unit can be purchased at the rate of 70 rupees per kVA. The rate of interest and depreciation on the capital is 12.5. Find the most economical power factor to which it can be improved. So this the problem belongs to the most economical power factor. So let us see. Annual charges towards interest and depreciation of the phase advances equipment, which is 70 rupees with a interest percentage of 12.5. So that means that rupees 70 into 12.5 divided by 100, which is equal to rupees 8.75 is the annual charges towards interest and depreciation of the phase advancing circuit. Yes. So annual charges per kVA is 75 rupees. Annual charges per kVA is 75 rupees. And let pi to be the angle corresponding to the most economical power factor. So therefore sin pi 2 is equal to so annual charges towards interest and depreciation, that is the 8.75 divided by annual charges per kVA, 8.75 divided by 75, which is equal to 0.1166. Yes. So from this, the most economical power factor is to be the most economical power factor to which it can be improved is cos pi 2 is equal to cos of sin inverse 0.1166, which is equal to 0.9932 lakh. Yes. So what is the most economical power factor in the sense? 0.9932 lakh. Yes. So this is the simple problem. Actually, most economical power factor is y by x. Sin pi 2 is equal to y by x. Y is the annual charges towards interest and depreciation, and x is the annual charges per kVA maximum demand. So y by x, 8.75 divided by 75, which is equal to 0.1166. So most economical power factor at which it can be improved is cos pi 2 is equal to cos of sin inverse pi 2. Sin inverse 0.1166, which is 0.9932. Yes. So into this problem, we will stop this class. The next problem will continue in the next class. So thank you.